one of the main things that I've really learned the hard way this year, and it's not that I didn't know this prior to this year, but it just hits you differently, when you go through situations that remind you of this lesson and then like it actually affects you in a negative way, it just hits you differently. So like it's like at this point you really have to integrate this into your brain and not make the same mistake. A lot of people, even people of status, you really cannot judge people based on their wealth, based on their status, based on their title. And I'm not going to tell you what to judge people based off of, because that's going to be up to you. Because what might work for you might not work for me. What might be morally correct for me might not be morally correct for you. You think about how you judge people, okay? Maybe you actually value money so much that the most important thing for you is to find people who make the most money. And sometimes those people are scammers, Which actually leads to the point that I want to make here, is that just because someone has a lot of money and just because someone accumulates a lot of wealth, just because someone knows how to run a business, doesn't mean that they're doing it with integrity. It doesn't mean that they're doing this in an honest way. One thing that I've learned about money and just people who are good with money is that there's a lot of people who do this by stabbing people in the back, by exploiting people, by taking advantage of people. It's all about the sales, right? So the thing about business people is that they know how to sell. And when it comes to selling, it takes a lot of manipulation. And these people are actually masterminds when it comes to that. They probably have a certain charisma to them that makes them very charming. And so anytime they open their mouth, like it looks like they know what they're talking about, right? Unless you have the eye for discernment, or unless you don't actually fall for people based on what they talk about. But this is one main thing that people really fall for all the time, that because most people value money so much, like most of you want to be rich, right? Like, so you really already put money at the top of the hierarchy here. So whoever has the most money, whoever works with that status that tells you this person knows what they're talking about when it comes to business and money, you automatically give this person the most credit. Like you automatically put this person on a pedestal, not thinking about their morals, not thinking about their business model, if it's built on actual honesty and integrity. You don't question this person's character. You don't care about these things that make them who they are as a person, because you only care about what they present into the public world, which is money and wealth, the flashy stuff. This is why you will get screwed over. This is why you will be disappointed, especially if you have a heart, especially if you are someone with morals, who actually have values of integrity. You value people who have integrity, because that means you care, right? You care about the actual values that make a person a human. It's so backwards, it's so messed up if you really think about it, because you would think, well, I am a good person, I really want to do good for the world, and you feel like you deserve to have a lot of wealth and you deserve to make good money. So then like you look out for tools and content or information, you look out for mentors even, and you try to find people who are like that, very high achieving. But well, I don't know what your experiences have been, because I'm just putting the public video out there. But I'm just saying, people with money doesn't equal people with a good heart. Most of them are backstabbers. They have no morals. They are righteous in their exploitation of other people. They know how to manipulate. They will take advantage of people. They will pretend like they're doing good for the world, and they might really believe that. That's the scary part. That is the scary part about these people, is that they genuinely believe that they're doing good for the world. And a lot of them will even speak of God. A lot of them are spiritual. Like a lot of them have like the connection to God in their mind. It's so dystopian. Like when you see the reality of what's really happening, it's actually kind of terrifying, because it is really rare to find people who have a good heart and who has integrity. Integrity is so hard to find these days, and I think the problem here is that people value money so much that they really don't think about anything else other than how to get the most benefit out for myself, how to make the most profit for myself. So when people are only focusing on profit and gains for themselves, they don't think about the impacts they're making around themselves. Like they don't think about how much am I harming other people. They don't think about other people, because in their heart, in their mind, they're doing good based on what they think should be done. It is so disappointing. But the reason why I'm telling you this, like, you got to think about what you value the most. You got to think about what you actually care about. That's why I'm not telling you what is the right way to view the world, but instead I'm telling you what to think about, how to think about things. What do you actually value? Do you care about integrity? Do you care about honesty? Do you care about character? Then already know that it's going to be hard to come across people like that, but those people do exist. But you might not recognize how to appreciate them because you think that these people have to look a certain way, you know? There's just so much disguise out here. There's so much facade out here. People disguising themselves as a good person. Like people who are aesthetically charismatic and charming, who hide behind certain titles, but they're just not good people on the inside. It is just kind of scary to see all of this. So what I can only hope for you who's watching this is, like, I hope that you have the eye to discern who really is aligned with your values, at least. Like, let's hope for that at least. And I hope that you have the eye to discern that, because otherwise you're gonna be out here really just getting stabbed in the back, getting taken advantage of. This is a tough world out here. Okay, I hate to say this, but there's more evil out here than good. So good luck, guys.